everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am actually standing out here in my garage right now. If you're new, welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget, if you want to, hit that like and subscribe button so you get and the notification bell so you can get notified when I post. I am currently outside waiting, like I said, in the garage for Instacart. Instacart is a company who delivers groceries or anything really, honestly, that's on the list for any of your local stores. This video is not sponsored, so just letting you know. But I did not feel like going to the store. I did need to pick up a couple of things. My dad has been on this pineapple upside down cake my mom has been making. She's made it for a lot of years, but recently we just haven't been making it. And then all of a sudden she made it and now he can't get enough of it. So that is what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the groceries for some of those items, some lettuce. I got some chicken, fried chicken. They're called hot and spicy. Wings, which are really good. I don't like anything really spicy, but this is the only thing I will eat that is spicy. I did get their buy one get one free muffins, and as you can see, my order is being delivered right now. So anyhow, so that's the case. So I'm gonna grab my groceries and then I'm going inside to make dinner and maybe another cake. So come along. Okay guys, so I've wiped down all my groceries, put it away, surprised my mom with the chicken, and now I'm going to prep my dad's dinner. I believe I've made this one once, a couple of times I've shown you guys how to make it. It's one of my dad's favorites, honestly, so. It's very easy. It's like a goulash, it's kind of a mixture of everything. So first I take some olive oil. For those who haven't seen that video, I pour a little bit on the pot, in the pot. Let's see if you guys can see this. So I got a little bit of oil there. Let me try and see if I can move you guys. I didn't want you guys so close to the stove, but let's see if I can get you guys there. That way you can just see directly in the pot as best as possible. Okay, now you can see. Oops. Okay, my little oven here does not want to share the counter space, guys. There you go. Perfect. Alright, so I got the oil in. I have it at 375 just because my stove tells me the number. So that would be a medium high for you. So as that's heating up, I let it heat up a little bit. Then I'm going to add, well, I'm Italian, so unfortunately I don't measure. I just do. So, just a little bit of garlic. Alright, so a little bit of garlic is probably for anybody else probably too much, but for us it's good. Okay, so I added the garlic, peppers, diced onions. And I'm going to grab this. Yes. Okay, so with that, I'm just gonna saute them all together. I like to get the peppers a little bit cooked down. Okay, you guys can see. So you see I have a jar of ragu. That's for later on. And then also you'll need a diced can of tomatoes. You can get the one that has oregano in it. I usually do, but because of the shortage, it was out of stock. So I just get this. I have no problem adding seasonings I add seasoning anyhow to my plates anyhow. Even if it says it has oregano, it's still not enough for us. And this can did not want to cut right, so oh well, we'll do our best. Okay, so this is going to keep cooking. I'm going to go get my seasoning. Okay, so I got Italian seasoning, just Walmart brand, and I add some around. I will probably add a little bit more later on. So get all the peppers and onions covered in the flavor. Now that they start to look like they're getting to a light green on certain parts of the smaller pieces, I will go ahead and add the meat. Now, frankly guys, I used to just cut up my meat when I divide it, but someone told my mom to flatten it. It processes way faster, which it does. So you just throw the meat in. This is like a quick 30-minute meal, possibly. If you time it right, it could be about 30 minutes to make before you serve. So gonna get a little loud here, guys. So now you want to break up the meat as it's browning. I would say the meat was pretty 95, both pieces were about 95% defrosted. And this pot is hot enough that it will defrost it the rest of the way. So I'm just going to let that slowly brown and cook. It's still 375, but... And you want to keep trying to break it up so it comes out to like almost like a crumble. I'm going to grab a little bit of water, maybe a third a cup of water. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. Yes, I cook out my patio. We have an enclosed patio for those who don't know. I added almost all the 1/3. I keep a little bit to the side, only just so that I have a little bit more. It also helps when you're trying to crumble the meat. The water helps. So I am just going to keep trying to break this up. And sorry if you hear my puppy before. That's Jasmine. She's a big mouth. So we're gonna let that keep cooking. And as you guys can see, it's already starting to get pretty brown and pretty crumbly. When you add the water, it helps a lot to crumble. Now I'm gonna add a little bit more seasoning, just because of the fact that the tomatoes do not have it seasoned like it normally does. So I just add. Plus you're going to add a meat sauce. I prefer the meat sauce, ragu, but because it doesn't have any spices in it, you got to make sure you calculate for that as well. So at this point, I would probably put it up to high, just to really start getting it nicely browned completely. And you can still see some of the water in here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's like a little bit down here. There you go. Let's see the water right here. But you always want a little bit so that it doesn't stick to the pan, because I found even with these kind of pans that once it sticks, no matter how much fluid you add, it keeps continuing sticking. So that is why I do that. But yes, these are the new wave pans, but I still add a little extra fluid. It's just me. So I'm gonna let that get a really good steam on, or fry on, whatever. Like I said, this is one of my dad's favorites. We used to go to a diner in New York, but since my grandfather's passed, and we no longer go back up that way, but he says it's pretty close to the flavoring. He said pretty close, but not. But I know they didn't have peppers in it and onions. I know they have garlic, meat, sauce, oil, butter. At this point, guys, it's starting to really nicely break up. Usually I need a chopper, and today I did not. So that's a good sign. So I'm actually going to put on max sear, just so you guys can see. Now I've only been cooking for approximately, oh, I don't know, 10 minutes at this point. It's 3:10. Now at this, I'm trying to get you guys in. It's 3:10 Eastern time while I'm making this. At this point, I would, if I was gonna make pasta right this second, which I am not, guys, because my dad's not home and I don't know what kind. Normally I would do elbow with this, but lately he's been liking spaghetti with this. So if you have children, I would recommend elbows. You know, like little kids, I would recommend elbows. If you don't have little kids and you want to go a little bit more fancy, then I would say spaghetti. So now you're getting the water and the grease and the oil all the way to the top. You can see it. It's probably, at this point, if you were cooking it, that's what you would look for. So like this. Can you guys see that as well? Okay. So now that it's at this point, I will add the broth only from the diced tomatoes. And I try to squeeze as much juice out, but not always does it work that way. Okay. And not only did it juiced also on my finger. So now I would stir that in a little bit. It's not a lot today in this one. So because there wasn't a lot in it, guys, I am gonna actually just end up adding the can of tomatoes in. Normally I would wait a few minutes, but since that's the case, so can of diced tomatoes. So that's gonna stir that in now after I put my hand. Okay, so now I'm gonna stir these guys in. So now you got your, what I call the Italian colors. Red, white, green. The onion, it gets clear, yes, but for right now it looks white, so you get the Italian colors. So it's how I always remember my recipes. I try to sometimes remember them by design. Sometimes I just remember them point blank by heart, but this is one of the ones I like to go with the colors of Italian. So now that's going. I smell more meat and tomatoes, so I don't smell more seasoning, which means there's not enough seasoning. So I will just shake a little bit more Italian seasoning on. Now I'm starting to smell it, so that means I'm doing something right. So now I'm going to just let that simmer for a few minutes. I am going to add a little bit, guys, today, a little bit more garlic. Yes, we're Italian, so this family loves garlic. So I think garlic and Italian seasoning is probably one of the most that we go through in this house, most likely. I feel like I'm always buying Italian seasoning and garlic. So as those tomatoes start to cook down, we're now at 3:14, so for 14 minutes in. But like I said, I'd be cooking the pasta if it was a regular sit-down dinner with the whole family and everybody was home. This is when I would start making that pasta, depending on how much I have to make, depending on your family size. So it's nicely bubbling. I give it approximately another 2 minutes. Now I did forget one thing. You need a tad bit of butter. So I would add 1 tablespoon of butter. Let that butter melt right on top. If you're making a double batch, then you would probably need 2 tablespoons of butter. Tomatoes are starting to get a little soft. It does smell good, guys. I'm going to add that little bit of water left. Since I'm going to dry that out. Since it's just water, I can dry it out and just leave it out here in the drawer. There was nothing else in it, so. You guys can see, still cooking. I'm going to stir it one more time, and then I'm going to lower it, guys, because you don't want the other sauce splattering all over you. Now, for those who might think this is a little crazy, but okay, so now I'm going to lower it down to a medium-high for right now. Oops. And then I add pretty much almost the whole jar. So you can see how much is left. It's only about right up to here. So now I'm going to just mix everything in. So now you got that flavor of the grease that you've cooked with the meat. And then I'm going to actually put it to a medium, 275. And you got to stir this really good so that you can get everything in. And I can see the grease up here from the meats and the oils, which is good because you want it just to mix it in so nicely in the butter. I will put this in the refrigerator right down here because I have a little refrigerator out here as well. For another time. Go. So, and now I just let it simmer, and then I would let this simmer, really honestly, guys, until the pasta is ready. So when the pasta is ready, then you just use this and serve. So that is my quick. It is now 3:18, so usually pasta takes about approximately 10-15 minutes. So that would put it right pretty close to a 30-minute meal, maybe 32-minute meal, but between prep and cook. And you'd be sitting at your table. You can sprinkle a little Parmesan cheese or grated fresh cheese, either or, both will do. I ordered some French bread, which is really like Italian bread texture, from our local store. So if you have a bakery, then you know Italian bread would probably go really great with this, so you can soup up those flavors. So, but for right now, hey, there you guys are. I'm gonna let this finish cooking, then I'll put it in a Tupperware, and then I'll make the macaroni when my dad gets home. He's currently at a job site, so. But like I said, guys, you can see this is actually fully uncovered. Not that for those who are new to this channel and don't know that, I'm gonna lower this now to 245. So I don't want to get spot while I'm talking to you guys. So. But yes, this is an enclosed patio. It is fully closed. We have windows. We do a lot of stuff out here. My dad and my brother like to sit out here. They'll sit down over there and have a couple of beers like they did the other night. Play pool on the other side. My mom has her craft section on the other side. She makes gorgeous wreaths or vases, depending on what you're looking for. And I actually use it to hang my clothes. Honestly, because some of my clothes can't be in the dryer just because they shrink. And so, but that's it. And plus we cook out here. So I have a little oven, 2 stovetops, and storage in a refrigerator and a garbage can. So makes it fun for garbage night because you gotta go to all the garbage cans. So, but I don't mind it. And that's pretty much right now, guys. I'm gonna let this finish cooking. I'll stay with it, and then I'll bring it in, like I said, put it in Tupperware, make pasta later, and then I'm gonna go try and do some editing. We'll see how that goes. So I'll talk to you guys all later. This is probably gonna be me signing off because once my dad gets home, I can't video. So for those who are new, welcome. And please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Like I said, this video is not sponsored by Instacart. I was just recommending it as with a family that has handicap. Sometimes it's just easier than to have to worry about them being at home during this high COVID season. I also use Thieves Household Cleaner by Young Living to clean all the groceries, so don't think I didn't think about that part. I wash all my groceries if you haven't seen any of my other videos. I do support the military. I support all the veterans, and thank you to all the first responders also as well. I know you guys are putting your life on the line to protect us, so thank you so much. And I will see you guys all later. Thanks for watching. See ya! Hey everyone, don't forget to thank a soldier or a veteran today. And don't forget our doctors, cops, firefighters, and nurses as well. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe, like, notification bell. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Photos by Alicia, which is my photos, or Alicia Young Living with my member number. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.